Yo, what's going on, Greg? You know what it is. This is your man, Big Brandon Carter and Young Candlestick Greg, and this is the market update, man. What's been popping this week, brother?
You know, there's always something popping off, but the overall market, it had a tiny down day. It can never have a big down day, but it had a tiny down day.
We ain't had one of those big down days in a long time.
And right now, if we look at the fear and greed index, how do people feel about the stock market right now? We're at greed. So on a scale of 0 to 100, we're at a 56. And so basically what that tells me is I got to be cautiously bullish, but just know that this shit could collapse like any day. That's basically what's going on. I don't think that Trump is letting the market drop. He wants it high, and he's doing everything he can to keep it kind of like propped up. And I'll give an example of that in a bit. But if we take a look at the S&P 500, we've got higher lows, we've got higher highs. It's still a rising wedge, but it's holding the prior all-time highs. So no red flags as long as the S&P 500 is above that prior all-time high shelf, okay? So that's going to be critical. And, you know, today was a tiny down day, but that does not speak to the volatility that happened intraday. You know,
it was crazy, right?
Yeah, it was crazy. It tried to break higher, then it just got shat on. Then it made a squeeze almost back up to the highs, broke the low of the day, and then had an end of day insane rally. If you're trading like 0-day options, there are moves everywhere. This is an example of an NDX call option. $69 turns into over $2,000 in just 10 minutes. So like some of these moves are insane. I bought XSP calls like actually pretty much at the low. And every $40 I put in turned into $300. Absolutely insane. $40 to $300. What that means is most of the time, if you're buying like a cheap, far out of the money option, it's just going to go to zero. You know, most of the time option sellers are going to win. But lately there's just been these crazy squeezes that aren't priced in. And so there's opportunities everywhere. So moving forward on the S&P, we actually want to take a look and monitor the QQQ because the NASDAQ, it's been flirting with this resistance point, but it can't break above and hold above it. If the NASDAQ can't make all-time highs, the risk grows in this market because the NASDAQ is our big tech-heavy index, and we need that to be leading and pushing to all-time highs. If it's not, we're at the verge of a potential breakdown. It's not here yet. Just be aware of it. Watch this trend line. Watch the support levels.
That's ominous.
Ominous. The thing is, though, is that SMH, the semiconductors, new all-time highs. Nothing bearish about that. And it's still holding above prior all-time highs. So that's a bullish leading indicator. IWM made new all-time highs today. Didn't have a closing all-time high, but still. IWM is still really strong. And that's a leading indicator. Bitcoin had a nice green day. That's a bullish leading indicator. Yeah. It finally broke out of this range. It could get a little bit more upside. If Bitcoin holds above 95K, it could see something like 105 to 106K. I'm still leaning bearish for 2026. It just needs to confirm bearish. You know, so if Bitcoin breaks underneath 85K, that's where you can buy put options on IBIT. Okay. Some other sectors that are noteworthy, XLY, this is consumer discretionary. This is mostly Amazon and Tesla. And if consumer discretionary stocks, think of like extra spending money from the consumer. If that's going to be strong, there's not going to be some big sell-off. You know, Amazon finally pulled back after being on a 7-day green streak. And so Amazon, if this dips back to 235, I think that is a dip buy. That's not financial advice. Tesla's still recently strong. You know, we talked about that, this green candle right here likely being a support. I think that Tesla could break out this year, you know, make new all-time highs. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing on Tesla. Of course, XLE, we've been talking about XLE on the verge of a breakout. You guys.
Yo, come on. It's been going crazy.
Seriously, this is kind of like your last chances to accumulate it as it nears that breakout, because once it starts running like 5% in a day, 10% in a day, it's going to be really tough to be buying. You want to buy when it's super quiet and like not too many people are talking about it. And then once the XLE breaks out, I'm going to be adding call options. I've got a lot of shares of XLE. And you guys know that I've been talking about ET, energy transfer. That's breaking out of this wedge. I mean, ET, since we've talked about it, it's up 7.6%.
Anybody who took that XLE, those who bought XLE when we was telling them to, is way up.
Oh, yeah. If you bought the shares, you're up about 5%. If you did the options, you're up about 20 to 50%.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I put an all options play on my Instagram. That trade is way up.
That takes balls, by the way, Brandon.
I put it on Instagram. I said, yo, do it today. Right before the market opened. And anyone who did it is way up.
That takes balls, and you deserve a lot of credit for it because you put your reputation on the line when you put a trade idea out there. People take it and lose money. They'll be attacking you in the comments section. It gets wild when you talk about the trades that you're taking. That's what we're here for. I'm willing to take the heat if I'm wrong.
Come on, man.
Just give me the praise when I'm right.
Yeah, man.
Gold, all-time highs. Pulling back a little bit. Gold is starting to put in a little bit of a bearish divergence. It doesn't mean it's going to like crash, but it could drop, over the next coming weeks. I welcome it. I'd like to buy more. Silver, all-time highs, screaming.
Silver's at all-time highs again. Come on now. Yep. You know the vibes.
Screaming. Again, it's a bit up there. I could totally see it dropping even in one day, like 10 to 15%. I'm not saying it's gonna, but that's when it's this overbought. Things like that can happen. CPER, copper, up again today on the verge of a breakout, all-time high breakout. I'm still long copper. My biggest worry, I guess, for the copper trade is that it's correlated with gold and silver. And if it gets too overbought, I don't want it to break down just before I start to take a little bit of profits. But that's, I've got a 2027 expiration calls on copper. So I'm just going to be chilling there. Oil also going to be correlated with XLE. You see oil's up, 2.5%. That correlates with the XLE being up. Oil looks pretty bullish. I wouldn't be surprised if oil rallied 5 to 10% over the next few months. Okay. April, May, June, July, those tend to be the most bullish months for oil because everybody's driving around for summer. They're traveling. Yeah. So, planes use oil, and obviously people driving around, the transportation in general tends to have an uptick during those times. So that can drive oil prices higher as well.
Yeah. Yo, do you tell me real quick? I know you got some shit to say, but tell them about ITA.
I would love to, Brandon.
Come on, man. Didn't we say buy ITA? That was another one of the calls I put out on Instagram live. Million fucking followers. I said, yo, IT, she got 500,000 fucking views. Everybody who did it is way up. I said that shit live. I put my nuts on the table and said, yo, bro, I said, boom. ITA. Here's the fucking spread you should buy. I said, boom. Boom. XLE, here's the spread you should buy. And you way up if you fucking follow me. Slam my nuts on the table.
You did. And there were earthquakes after that.
Not everybody can do that, man. Not only did I say buy it, I gave you the exact motherfucking expiration date, the fucking strike prices, the whole shit.
I mean, Brandon, you've been on ITA since like 160, and so you'd be up
because ever since we started blowing up boats in Venezuela, I was like, the defense sector is probably gearing up to have a big year. We're gonna start calling it the offense sector, because that shit was unprompted. But it's all, hey man, I'm not here to make a judgment.
The amount of wealth that you generated from that post. If only you could like count it,
Yeah. Never say I never gave you nothing, niggas.
It's true.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, ITA bullish. Just buy dips. If you're not in ITA, you can either dollar cost average or you can just buy support levels, 220 ITA. But isn't it nice to just chill in the ETF? You don't have to individually stock pick.
I love it.
Most of them are just going to go up. you know?
Because you never know, man. You know what I'm saying? You never know what's about to happen.
Okay, so Trump said that he's going to try to ban the amount of credit card interest that's charged to users for at least 1 year. And he wants to cap it at 10%. I think that's a big reason why the banks are dropping right now.
XLF, yeah.
XLF, the financials, they're down almost 2% today. And remember, the financials, those are the companies that are, actually getting paid all that interest. You can also see this. I talked about a Visa short a few weeks back, and it squeezed a bit, but now it dumped hard. Visa down almost 10% from this recent pivot.
Really?
Visa, yeah. Visa, I'm selling off. You can take a look at like MasterCard. MasterCard down almost 4% today. So maybe these stocks are setting up some shorts just due to, regulatory changes.
This is Trump out here.
Trump out here.
Man.
Yeah.
Hey, man. It is what it is.
I mean, it will give some relief to the consumer, but it's like one of those things where you don't want to get in the habit of getting into credit card debt because that can add up quickly. You don't want to be charged a ton of interest. Credit card debt is like a way to punish people for being poor by charging them more money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So take a look at the banking stocks. Visa short. Of course, I like LVS short, Las Vegas Sands. I just need this to bounce a little bit.
Yeah.
Roblox.
Guys, real quick, if you have any questions about any goddamn stocks, ETFs, cryptos, futures, whatever, anything that can be traded off a chart, go ahead and you can leave a super chat and Greg can answer it for you.
Definitely.
Yeah, if we can trade it off a chart,
yeah,
we can analyze it.
Yeah, if I can get an order into that thing, pause. I'm gonna trade it.
Yeah, I'm saying
a liquid order, liquid. Pause.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going.
Roblox, if this could bounce for like 2 or 3 more days, if you start seeing Roblox around $90 per share, I'm going to be licking my chops for a short setup on that.
Yeah. Give it another short. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. I think this stock can go to $30 a share.
My son be playing Roblox and I'll be like, yo, man, he don't even know I'm shorting that company.
Yep.
You can't save this company.
No,
I ain't giving you no. Can I get some? He asked me for some Robux. I'm like, I'm shorting that company, brother.
That company. No Robux.
I'm not helping. I'm not helping them at all.
No. Nah, they did some shady business practices a while back too.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to get into it, but
no, I'm not going to get. I tell you what, I got all the restrictions on his shit. He can't talk to nobody on Roblox. Yeah, he can't talk to nobody, and nobody can talk to him.
Weird people.
Yeah.
You never know. So
let's keep going.
Wait for that short. I'd like something like June or July put options, maybe even leap put options, since I think that this stock still can drop by 50%. Okay? So, and that also hedges a portfolio too. Let's say you short Roblox, it doesn't pay out. It just means that the broad market was strong and your other stocks go up. So that's another thing to think about as well. EOSE. I think you can buy leap call options on this. I think the stock goes to 30. What
do they do?
Yeah, it's basically just another energy company.
Okay.
Yeah, another energy company. But this one, it does focus a little bit more on supplying power for AI data centers. But, I've been wheeling this ever since like 12, 13. Got a little bit red when it was down at 11. And then all of a sudden, in just 2 weeks, it rallies 55%.
That's crazy.
I know. This is a volatile name, but I do think this stock gets to 30. I sold 15 strike cash secured puts Monday morning. I got 61 cents for that. So my break even's like 14.39. So if you see it down here, I think it's a buy for leap call options, leap call spreads, wheel, and just peel profits in the 20 to 30 zone. Okay.
I like it.
Yep. Another stock that you can wheel is TE. This is T1 Energy. My price target's $10 per share on this. I'd like to get it near 5 to 4. I don't know if I can, but just waiting. If the stock drops down to 5 or 4, you can sell some cash secured puts.
Okay.
Simple. Super simple trade. XLV, I like this sector as well. This is potentially a buy, like even as soon as tomorrow. Breakout, pullback, holding. We'll see. We'll see on that one. Meta, I actually took a short position on Meta today. Took a short on Meta. And that's because we started to break this box to the downside. So this is a range break. And whenever you have a consolidation like this, there's a lot of orders getting built up. There's people speculating that it's going to break out up. There's people speculating that it's going to break down. And the longer it stays in that box, the more orders that get opened. So all the people that were buying calls, if it starts to break the support, they have to start cutting those calls as it moves further and further out of the money for them. When you cut a call, the market maker then goes and sells 100 shares out in the open market to offset the delta. They get delta net neutral. And so basically, when you make that range break, you've got the technical setup, you've got the open interest unwind. And so I think that Meta, as long as the broad market sells a little bit, I think Meta can get underneath $600 per share over the next few weeks.
Okay.
So bearish Meta, you could do bear call credit spreads, put debit spreads. You could go with straight up puts if you're a savage. If you buy a straight up put, you have higher risk, but you have super high reward in case you get that big flush. Okay. But the biggest risk is if you buy a put and then it just goes sideways for a long period of time, you lose to theta. Or you buy a put and it goes straight back up, you can lose quickly on that put.
Okay. You got to watch it.
You got to watch it if you're buying a put. Lastly, I am still bearish on CRCL Circle. This triggers short though underneath like 78 to 75. So set some price alerts there. And I do think it could potentially test 50 to 40.
All right.
Okay. And that would be, by the way, a 50% drop.
Okay. You still have you given up your bearish first quarter forecast, or you still think it's in play because of the rising wedge?
It's still in play, but yeah, I've kind of given it up because it just tries to drop. It can't. So it's just like, okay.
Every time it tries to drop, but what we've been doing is making a lot of money trading futures. Can you show them this morning? Show them the kind of fucking cash.
A quick note on that: Q1 doesn't end until the end.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't end.
We can still invade. Hey man, we can still invade. Greenland and Iran. Sorry, Nemo.
Yeah, there's still.
We can still go to war. We can still go to war. We don't know what Trump's gonna do.
Yeah,
and that'll drop the market a little bit. But yeah, show them the kind of money we was putting up today, man.
Yeah, we got PJ making a little bit of money here. It was more of a quiet day. It wasn't like a monster green day, but it wasn't like a red day.
I made $4,000.
What?
I made $4,000.
You made $4,000. There you go.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, man.
Prezi over here made $415. We got
El Pato.
We got Solo over here making $365.
All right. He just kicked himself out. Damn. Yeah. Yep. I wanted him to show y'all how much money. Hey, listen, guys, if you want to trade with us, join Victory Trades. The link's in the description. You'll get Greg's trade alerts straight to your phone every day. There's trade alerts, but you can also trade futures with us in the morning. You know what I'm saying? We was trying to show you the futures income, but we lost. Oh, Greg's coming back.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it popped up on the same tab that I was using StreamYard for.
I got you, man.
And when I closed the picture,
it'd be like that. Can you show him my $4,000? Because I was just saying to man, if they join Victory Trade, they can trade futures with us in the morning.
Yeah,
and it's lit, and they can start getting some wins like this. People didn't thought.
Here it is, $4,000. Boom.
Yeah, that's because I'm trading with 20 funded accounts, right?
Yep.
So we use Apex Trader Funding. If you want to get Apex account, you can use code Victory Trades, and basically I trade with their money. I don't even trade with my money, and you get to keep the profit. It's lit. Show them there was some other wins. Was that it?
It was a little bit of a lighter day, right over here. PJ making 193. I started off the day really small. Wasn't sure if I was going to trade.
Yeah.
G Tomo, he consistently just gets that 100, and then
he gets that 100 a day, man. Shout out to him.
$100.
Yeah.
he doesn't want to get too greedy, you know.
I feel that, man. I feel you want to get in and get out.
Yeah, get in and get out.
But we trade live every day, man. We sharing our screens. I'm telling you when I'm buying, when I'm selling. You just copy our trades in the morning, man. We make a lot of money. I mean, for each other. Right?
Definitely.
Join Victory Trades. That's what you want to. If you want to fuck with us in the AM, man. You can see right there. That's me saying where I put my buy orders.
Yep. So Brandon,
so you can see it.
Yeah, he tells you where he's gonna buy. So then, boom, you can just put those orders right there. It takes 1 second to just click onto your chart. And boom, we'll say, hey, I'm in, and then a few seconds later, money shows up in your account.
All right. So join Victory Trades if you want to do it. You can trade with us, and you can get Greg's trade alert straight to your phone. All right.
Definitely. And that's the trade alerts. I can't guarantee profits, but in the past they have more than paid for the service. Okay.
Greg, you got a chat, homie.
What's up? Let's see it. Oh, this is a good one, Marquez. This is a good question. So he's saying, Hang with Marquez donated $5. He said $2,000 gamble, Unity calls or hood puts. So I'm going to preface this by saying it's fine if you want to gamble the $2,000, but you want to let the charts and the setups dictate your size. Don't just be like, oh, I want to gamble $2,000, because you could just wait for like a new market environment. You could wait for like a crash day in the market, and you could throw $2,000 into put options, and you could turn that into 10 or 20 grand. If you just wait. So don't feel like you have to just risk it just because. But with that being said, why does it have to be one or the other? Why does it got to be one or the other? Why not? You could do $1,000 into Unity calls, $1,000 into hood puts.
Yeah, man.
You know? It splits your position. It's a pairs trade. But Unity had a bit of a reversal today. It had a nice breakout over this 46.70. Roaring Kitty, the guy that went long on GameStop and squeezed it, he's long on Unity looking for a squeeze. So that is something to maybe look into. I would say if Unity's like breaking and holding above 48, you could go with Unity calls, go with like September expiration. You do like calls.
What's that ticker symbol?
Unity. That
just
just you.
Okay.
Roaring Kitty's long on it, looking for a squeeze. On a squeeze, a conservative target would be something like 60. But if it really squeezes, you could see this at like 90 or 100. In terms of hood puts, so hood puts, I shorted hood near like the 116 level. I was up on the trade. I actually cut the trade once Goldman Sachs upgraded the stock. So hood is holding support for now. But if you are waiting for that trigger, wait for hood to really break underneath 110. That's where it can start to really sell. As long as it's above 110, though, it could just chop and maybe even grind higher. So just keep an eye on this pattern. It is a descending triangle, so sellers are stepping in at lower highs. We've got that flat support base. That's what I'd be looking at on hood.
All right.
Well, that's my take. Interesting.
Sounds
question.
good, guys. If you want to trade with us, get Greg's trade alert straight to your phone and trade with us every morning. You can start tomorrow. Join Victory Trades. The link is in the description. Thank you, Greg.
Yeah, keep playing those sick beats, Brandon.
Hey, man. Hey, you know.